All right, before I start, I want to make sure that I have everyone with me. Our practice begins now. I know it looks silly, this whole dancing thing, but nothing I do is just haphazard or just by coincidence. Everything I do, say, has a thought behind it. Not to say everything I do is right, but thought goes through everything. So this practice, on Fridays we like to dance. So I want to make sure everyone is with me this time. Your practice begins with this dance. So if you have your dancing shoes on, get up off your chair, get off your bed. You can get back on and doing the practice, doing the meditation. But this dancing is for you. You set the tone of your day with this dance. You tell your body and your mind, today I'm going to have fun. Today nothing is going to change, cause me to lose my peace. I refuse to be stressed today. Now, I don't know if you have children with you. If you do, bring them on so they can be part of it, because every time as parents, when we want to do something, that's when the children want attention and want to be distraction. Bring them on in this dance. I'm just asking 30 seconds of your time. This is for you. It doesn't matter what people think. Trust me, I get it all the time. I don't tell y'all about it, but people laugh at me when I do my dances. I've had a few viewers tell me I can't dance. I don't care, because those who are in my circle and those who have been following me for a while know this part of our Friday practice has nothing to do with the dance in and of itself. It has to do with releasing, inviting in that inner child to be free. And this is how we should go about our daily lives, living our authentic, true selves, carefree, without hurting anyone, without hurting yourselves. It's about creating a better world. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I see you, Miss Pat. I know you ready. So let's go and do this. All right, let's get ready. Let's get that cardio. Come on, jump, jump. All right, happy Friday! Yes, y'all did it. Oh, got those juices flowing. You are awake, alive, and enthusiastic. Grand Rising! If you are a first-time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To my returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your support. All right, let me get everything up here, my notes up here ready. Camera's looking good. All right, before we begin, I'd like to offer you some instructions before the mindfulness practice begins. Excuse me. Before you begin, come to a comfortable space where you can sit comfortably with an upright spine. You can sit in a chair, or if you like, you can sit on the floor. But if you're in the chair, make sure that both feet are planted firmly on the ground. Or if you're sitting on the floor, you can have your legs crossed or in a position that works for you. Make sure that you have your phones on Do Not Disturb and have a piece of paper nearby. In this meditation, we're going to be present with our breath. When the mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. But if you find that you are having thoughts that are really intruding on your meditation practice that you return to again and again, jot them down on a piece of paper so that the paper, not your mind or body, can hold the thoughts, and then you can come back to the page later. Meditation can be uncomfortable, especially at first. Don't get discouraged. The more you practice, the more benefits you will enjoy. You don't need to be an expert to get the physical and emotional benefits of meditation. But before we start, I ask that you please click the like button. This may seem like a small gesture or click to you, but to me in this platform, it means a lot. Thank you. Let us begin. In these 10 minutes, we're going to be present with ourselves and our breath. Come to a comfortable position with a straight back. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and have some writing materials close by. Throughout these 10 minutes, try to be still in your body. Don't move unless you need to move. We're going to be focusing our attention on our breath and letting the other things that normally pulls us in lots of other directions take the back seat. We're going to ask them to just be patient. And for those 10 minutes, we're going to try to keep our mind instead on our breath. This teaching is adopted from the teachings of the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. When we bring our attention to our breath, we move out of thinking into pure awareness. So even now, as you are listening to me, notice your breath coming in and out of your nostrils. When we meditate, the goal is to focus our attention. So we're not trying to have a blank mind, but rather trying to keep our mind focused on the object of attention. And in this case, it's our breath. Let's start by focusing on the breath at the nostrils. Just notice how it comes in the body and leaves the body. Don't try to control it. Try to imagine that your mind is touching your breath. You want a continuous point of contact. We'll be here for a few moments. If you find that your mind moves away from the breath, bring it back as if it were a finger steadying the breath, always with that point of contact between the mind and the body. This is how we come into the present. We're training the mind not to jump, but to stay steady, focused, and at least for 10 minutes, we're training the mind and the body to be one, to come back into integration. You might notice this is hard. That's okay. Just bring the mind back and focus again on the sensation of the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. You might be uncomfortable. You might have all kinds of thoughts that race up to you. That's okay and it's normal. Just come back to the breath. If a thought won't leave you alone, jot it down on the page and come back to the breath. Remind yourself that you are safe and stay with yourself. Stay with your breath. If you want a little extra support, you can say to yourself as you're breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. As you're breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. That helps focus the mind. Or you can shorten it by just saying in, out, in, out. And you can continue to imagine that awareness as a finger, a point of contact. Now, if you liked, you can drop your attention to your abdomen and notice how the abdomen rises as the breath enters the body and falls. You can bring your finger to your belly if you like and stay with the breath as your abdomen rises and falls, continuing with the mantra, breathing in. I am aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I am aware that I'm breathing out, or just in, out, in, out. You might notice that bringing your attention to the belly feels different. It might be uncomfortable. Try to come out of the judgment mind, out of our habit energy and our old thoughts, and just be with the breath, with awareness. This is a very powerful practice. And stay here. Again, if the mind wanders, come back to the breath. Be gentle with yourself. You're just where you should be. If you prefer to keep your attention at your nostrils, that's fine. If the mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Notice how we can always come back to ourselves. Notice how the breath is always changing. Notice how our attention to our breath shows us the way we are always in relation to what is around us, to the air that is coming in and out of our body. And we're always in relation to ourselves. And we can come into a sweet awareness of ourselves that is not about thinking or judging, and just about being present with ourselves, letting the mind and body come together as one. Beautiful. I'm so proud of you. You can come back to this recording at any time. A daily 10-minute meditation practice can fundamentally shift your relationship with yourself, your nervous system, and your creative energy. Just relax with the breath. Feel the breath. Be with the breath. Let the breathing do its work. Let it center you. Don't push. Don't be impatient. Let yourself breathe. And on your own time, gently open your eyes. Namaste. When we journal mindfully about our insights, we're able to have breakthroughs in our understanding of ourselves and in our life. You will have more practice staying present, staying connected to yourself, paying attention to the things that matter and not paying attention to so much on that attention to the things that don't matter. Scientific studies also show that journaling helps reduce anxiety, boosts the immune system, aids memory, helps us be more present and more. And so it is. All right, let's see who is with me. Okay. Oh, it's a few of you. I see I have Miss AP on here, Grand Rising AP. I have my friend Miss Pat. I saw you and I was like, okay, I know I have at least one person who's going to be silly, who's going to be lively, who's going to dance with me. Grand Rising, Miss Pat. Oh, I have the cake mom on here with me. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Okay, and Miss Pat was answering my previous question by saying, yes, I'm up and ready. Yes, I need this dance. Thumbs up, love it. Appreciate that. Miss Shannon is on here. Hey, Shannon, I thought about you when I was writing the script today because I know you appreciate the journaling exercises. I know you have several journals and you practice this in your life. So I'm really curious as to what you thought about this practice. So let me know, even if you want to DM me. I see my bestie, Miss Valencia, is on here. Grand Rising friend. Oh, I have a newbie on here. I don't know if you still on here. Alpine S King. Grand Rising King, thank you for joining with us, lending me your consciousness. Yes, thank you, Miss Valencia. A good morning to you as well. If you jotted any, if you jotted any writing down, go back to that and see what needs attention. That's the point. Well, one of the points of journaling, because we write down what comes to our mind. We're not choosing what we want to write. We writing things as they come out, at least the things that really stick with us. So we could go back to it later, because what's going on in our thoughts during our practices, it's an indicator of where we are mentally, emotionally, and those things might need attention too. So that's one of the biggest things, great things about journaling, also about doing mindfulness and meditation. And this, my friends, concludes today's practice. I look forward to practicing with you all again. I hope you enjoyed this mindfulness practice. Please leave a comment. I love to hear from you, and share this with any friends whom you think might enjoy this. Thank you for joining. Have a great weekend. Peace and blessings.